So what is going on, everybody? Today is an exciting day because we actually got some Division Heartland news, and I've been tracking this game for a while now. If you guys see on my channel, on the main channel, we've been covering it every time we get any kind of leak, any news. I've even had a video kind of taken down because it was too close to the truth. But yeah, you know, a lot of that stuff, you just have to be careful, and sometimes we get hit for it, sometimes we don't. But this one actually came from a source that we pretty much can say is probably 95% true. Everything he usually releases always comes out right before the official news. So I can imagine that we probably might get something from Division pretty soon, and a lot of this information is kind of out there. Some of it is kind of but yeah, we'll talk about it all in this video. But before we do, we want to say a quick thank you to our sponsor, Advanced GG. They actually sent me out this new flavored Death Team Punch, and I'm gonna tell you, this flavor is amazing. And if you guys want to try them out, use skills at checkout to get yourself 10% off. But let's get into the news. So Division Heartland, right? So the gentleman I'm talking about is Mr. Tom Henderson. If you guys haven't heard of him, I recommend, if you guys are into gaming and into shooters, he covers a lot of different shooters. He actually released the Warzone news before it came out today, right? So the Warzone 2 news that just came out, he released it a day earlier. So let's talk about it, right? He says, I've got some details tomorrow on a shooter. I'm already getting bored of saying it will have an escape from Tarkov-like mode. EFT-like modes seem to be the new battle royale. And then he says, let me rephrase the EFT-like comments before EFT players get upset. A lot of developers are now looking at the EFT formula over battle royale, it seems. So an extraction-based mode, basically. EFT is the easiest mode to compare it to. I'll have more details tomorrow. And then we didn't hear anything from him. So later on, he actually goes in and he talks about the game. So he says, the game I was teasing yesterday was the Division Heartland. I didn't know there was this much information out there as there is, and we all know there's a ton of information out there. I'll still do a video and give some clarification to some things though. And he says, if you have any questions, drop them below. And then it went quiet because if you guys don't know, Call of Duty just announced the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, and he was actually dropping leaks on that. If you go through his whole feed, he starts talking about this yesterday. All that news came out today, and we're not going to get into that. We're going to be sticking to Division Heartland for this video. So we go through, and today, just a couple minutes ago, he actually released this. The Division Heartland is going to be ... good ? The Division Heartland X-Fire exclusive. So I clicked on the leak, obviously, because I want to find out what is he talking about. And it says exclusive, the Division Heartland game modes revealed, map details, enemies, and more. And he says X-Fire has the exclusive inside word on the current development state of the Division Heartland, including the 2 game modes it will feature, maps, enemies, and more. And then he says, not much has been officially revealed by Ubisoft from the upcoming free-to-play shooter, the Division Heartland, with the publishers only confirming that the game will release during the year of 2022 and 2023, meaning the game is currently scheduled to release by March of 2023. So yeah, obviously the game can go from now all the way till March of 2023. But everybody is hinting with all the playtests, this could come a lot sooner than later. And it says, over the last few months though, Ubisoft has been conducting extensive QAs on the Division Heartland, leading some sources to believe that the release could be imminent. So obviously, we all know this. If you guys have been following my channel, other people's channel, Division Heartland seems to be coming out very shortly. And it says, we can exclusively reveal that the game will feature 2 modes, Storm, which is a PvPvE mode, and an incursion, previous name Expedition, which is a PvE mode aimed at preparing you for Storm. Now, he does say what I've been saying for a long time. Several sources compare the incursion to the tutorial mode of Storm, where players can play with 2 other friends and learn the map by scavenging, looting, exploring, and fighting against enemy AI on the game's massive map named Silver Creek. The current description of the excursion mode reads, explore alongside other friendly agents to prepare the world for a coming storm. It says, however, it does state that the bread and butter is Storm, guys. And I've been saying this for a while, that I feel like PvP players will gravitate to this, but there is that PvE mode, and we've talked about it. Everybody knows about it. It's been out. Articles have been put out there, and it says a PvE VP mode with a similar formula to the likes of Escape from Tarkov. So this guy is saying that the game plays more like the likes of Escape from Tarkov than the likes of a battle royale. And it says the aim of this mode is to survive, loot, extract from Silver Creek to the base of operation. And it says Silver Creek is a large open world with plenty of opportunities to find rare loot, but the game virus contamination gas can spread from random locations instead of just moving in from the map's edges like we have seen in many battle royales to date. So I actually think it's pretty cool. Instead of it closing in, it can hit one area, go around, hit another area, hit another area. So it just like moves you around the map instead of like making everybody come in, which could change the game a lot. Like when it closes it forces players to fight. So I feel like this is give players time to loot, extract, and maybe not even have to fight. For all of you guys who don't like fighting, I thought that was pretty cool. It says players survive the gas by finding and crafting gas mask filters, which will prevent you from falling into the DBN node state, which is simply a more complicated name for being downed. The game will feature tiered loot like we have seen in previous Division games with gray, green, blue, purple, and gold. Something I found very interesting about the article was this part right here where it says strategic homeland division beacons, shades litter the map, enabling players to spend resources on various upgrades in addition to virus detection, virus clearance, calling in supply drops, and more. I thought that was actually cool, so you can actually spend your points. It says the base of operation. Your base of operation is your central hub located in an abandoned ice rink. Here you can customize your loadout, matchmake for lobbies, sell your scavenged items, and buy upgrades, mods, and other weapons. Now here you will be able to enable projects which Heartlands take on the daily and weekly missions. So there's different projects you can do to keep you engaged in playing weekly and daily. Completing these projects will grant you extra resources and XP points. One especially interesting feature of your base of operation is the small arcade that it contains. This arcade includes previous Ubisoft games like For Honor, Just Dance, Driver. It's not clear whether these will be playable as mini games once the game's released though. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't think so, because if you guys remember, there are games like this in the Division 2 when you guys go to Coney Island, and you can't play any of them. You can just like look at them. So unless they make it, I doubt it. Now it gives us a little bit more detail on prepping for different missions. It says at the base of operation, you can craft, upgrade your weapons, and prep items. Now prepping items are self-explanatory, but they are items you can take with you into a match in order to get an advantage. There are currently 4 prep items in the game. So something like you see for Escape from Tarkov, where you can like have certain items and take them in with you, right? Insertion point allows you to choose specific insertion points when joining a match. The stash box used for storing consumables and crafting materials in game. The buff tower, currently unknown description, and the extractor pod, currently unknown. So I wonder what the buff tower and the extractor pod are. It continues on, it says the characters and classes. There are currently 6 individual characters to choose from the Division Heartland. 3 male, 3 female. Apart from their appearance though, nothing else distinguishes them. Now it does say that you can select different classes. So your characters are the same, but the classes is where you can kind of like pick what you want. There's a weapon expert, talents, tracking shot. Enemies are marked after damaging them with a firearm that lasts 5 seconds. Shared armor kit. Armor kits repair your armor as well as nearby teammates and friendlies. And then the perk, covert armor. And then there's also a medic. Talents, health recovery, restores health after being in cover for a short time. Shared health kit, same as above for your health. And then perk, covert melee. There's a survivalist, which is the final class. Talents, loot detection, crouching highlights nearby unopened loot crates. Shared filter as above for the filters. So that's actually pretty cool. And then the covert cover. As you would expect with any Division game, Heartland features AI enemies called vultures. There are currently 6 different types of vultures in the game, each with different attributes. These 6 attributes of vultures are named Flanker, Grunt, Heavy, Sharps, Hooter, and Technician. Although the game has yet to be given an official release date, my sources reveal that the Division Heartland is progressing well and is in a better state than the recently leaked Tom Clancy Frontline. Now, he does give a little hint and say that Ubisoft could reveal the game soon with its quarterly earning call for Q3 2022 taking place on February 17th. And this is Tom Henderson. He's the guy who leaks a lot of different information. What I'll do is I'll put a link to his full article if you guys want to go back and read over it. There's a lot of crazy information and I'm getting hyped, man. All this cool information. This is a lot of things that I didn't know about, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't know about. So hopefully we hear something in the near future, guys. I appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate the love. Let me know what you guys think about the Division Heartland, what we just read in this article, and what do you guys think? I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, hey, Nothing But Skills is out.